I mean, this must be huge, though. I mean, Taylor Swift, she's voted one of the most powerful women in the industry. How big is this that she's come out and written this letter on her blog?
It's really big, and she's one of the few artists who has the leverage to be able to do it, honestly, to have that big of a megaphone, that big of a platform to stand on. And, you know, a lot of much smaller artists are really applauding her efforts today.
And, you know, that is why she says she did it, because it's a lot of the independent artists that really haven't been, I guess, might not be able to benefit from some of this not being able to get paid for those 3 months during that trial period. How has everyone else in the industry reacted to this as well?
I think, you know, reaction has been kind of split to the Apple Music launch ever since it basically was announced. And I think that there's a segment of the industry that has a wait-and-see attitude. You know, they have put a lot of faith in Apple. Apple is going to invest more money in music this year than ever in its history since the iPod. And, you know, for an industry that's struggling, I think that, you know, no one's going to turn down the help. But on the other side, the independent labels, they're the ones who really, they sort of live month to month. And for them to not get paid for anything, for 3 months worth of streams, I mean, it could have devastating effects on them, on those smaller companies. So, you know, yeah, Taylor Swift, she's part of the major label machinery, but she seems to be taking one on the chin for the rest of the music community.
And this is not the first time she's done this. I mean, she pulled her album out of Spotify just a couple of months ago as well. But, you know, even the Spotify CEO talking about just Apple's emergence and launching this streaming service. And it seems like they were just kind of shrugging it off, saying, he tweeted out, oh, okay. How much really of damage can Apple really bring to in terms of the competitiveness of the streaming industry?
Well, the big thing that Apple has in its back pocket is 800 million credit cards. And, you know, what Apple executives have told to me behind closed doors is that they expect from this free trial for as many as 50% of those people to sign up for the subscription service. Now, Spotify boasts 26%, which is also very impressive. But just out the gate, Apple is looking to do twice what Spotify did. On the other hand, Spotify has a huge head start. You know, they've really they've planted their seeds in America and internationally, and they have a lot of momentum, you know, going at this moment. So Apple, in a weird sense, and this doesn't happen very often, but they have some catching up to do.
You know, this really does spark the conversation too, Shirley, about whether we do need to see some changes in the industry as well. There's a lot of these hardware, companies are trying to shift all to streaming. Do you see that more artists are going to be joining in along Taylor Swift to really just boycott these services altogether?
You know, I don't think it's really, too many artists can't really have that decision power. And, you know, Taylor Swift, like you said, she's one of the biggest artists in the world. So, yeah, she can pull her album from a catalog or from a streaming service, and it will make an impact. But most smaller bands who are signed to small labels, you know, they depend on those companies to get them on these streaming services. And honestly, if anyone's paying attention, they would know that between 2016 and 2026 is going to be the biggest decade of growth for streaming music. So any band, artist, singer that's not on that train, you know, is in danger of missing out.